just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you, gradual traders. You keep your eyes on the road. You see it all. As long as it all happens directly in front of you, like a Swedish scissors, your foot does exactly the right amount of pressure to apply to the brakes. That's why your passengers feel totally relaxed with you behind the wheel. おはようございます。ドライバーのボビちゃんです。毎日配信、多分朝のご挨拶ライブの命令、ナンバー1593、第1593回目。今日は4月の11日土曜日の朝のご挨拶です。おはようございます。ボビちゃんです。時刻の方は午前10時46分。LA ハーバープリンセスクルーズですね。はい。お客さんをプリンセスクルーズの船、メキシコの方へ行く船ですけど、お客さんを今送ってきましてこれ LA ハーバー、サンペドロの、方なんですけどね、反対側のロングビーチの方、今日ねロングビーチ、さっき行ってきたんですけどね、あれです。来週末インディーカーレース、インディーカー、F1 みたいな車ですね。オープンウィールのね、タイヤむき出しの、F1 の車みたいなやつの、レース、ロングビーチグランプリっていうのがあるんですけど、もうね、完璧にレースがいつでもできる状態。になってまして、今言ったらですね、その来週あるレースのコースの中走れるんですよね。それでちょっと行ってみようかな。せっかくですから朝のご挨拶中に乗ってみようかな。あそこか、あっち側に行かなきゃいけないんだ。これワンテンの今このフリーウェイの乗り場を新しく工事してて、ロングビーチの方に行く、どうやって行くねあれ、あ、そっかこっち行ってあっち行って曲がるって感じか。でその先で左に曲がるのか。でその先に左で曲がる。ややこしいですね、ちょっと。
This is a problem. I wrote about this about a month ago, and all of a sudden after that, all these articles start popping up, including AAA. Yeah, what a coincidence. They read the newsletter too. Yeah, I think they probably do. All right, next up is Will Dickinson, Texas. Will, welcome. How can I help you, sir? What's up?
めっちゃいい天気ですよね。雨が降るって言ってて、
全然降ってないんですけどね。明日の昼間もこんぐらい本当に天気だからいいですけどね。明日の昼はちょっと今日とは全然違って雨降りそうですけど。はい。空気めっちゃ乾燥してる。ここからヴィンセント・トーマス・ブリッジっていう橋を渡ってターミナルアイランド、開墾ターミナルの、ターアイランドを通過してインターナショナルゲートウェイブリッジを越えてロングビーチの方へ入ってきますね。むっちゃここ景色いいですよね。その港の景色、開墾ターミナルの港ですけどね、すごい綺麗なんですよ、もうなんかどうしたこの人、大丈夫？はい、目の前橋を渡ります。本木ふ頭なくなったって聞いたろ。ここを通るために昔のね、その本木、これはレインボーブリッジってあんまりよくわかんないからね、本当はこれレインボーブリッジと似てんでしょうけどね。レインボーブリッジを渡って何ふ頭ですもんね、あそこ。レインボーブリッジがない頃には行ったことあるけど、レインボーブリッジができてから行ったことないよね。自分が知ってるのはベイブリッジの方ですけど、ベイブリッジはもう終わったけど。これがヴィンセント・トーマス・ブリッジっていう橋ですね。これはもう結構もう何年できた橋なのかわかんないぐらいずっともう自分来た時にありましたけどね。すごい景色いいんですよこれ。ここから見るね、港。むっちゃ景色いいんですよね。すげえ景色いいんですよ。昼間もそうだし、夜来てもそうだし、オーシャンエクスプレスのピンクのコンテナ船、日本の船ですね。来てますね。結構最近いつ来てもいるってぐらい来てますけどね。物が動いてるってことなんでしょうけどね。ターミナルアイランドっていう話、地図でいうとこんな感じですね。LA ロングビーチハーバーっていうね、2つのポートが1つでLA ハーバー。今日は土曜日だから開墾のトラックの人はいないですよね。あんまり走ってない。ほぼ休みなんでしょうね。全くゼロってこともないけど、平日はねもっとずらーっと開墾のトラックの人はこう走ってますけど、あんまりいないです。シャーシーだけのトラック入ってきました。
3 brands, 1 philosophy. It's all about you, taking care of our customers. So whether you are down the hill at Ricola Chevrolet or up the hill at New Buick GMC, you're going to get great service, great deals, no matter what store you're at. So come on in and see what the fun is all about at our store. I'm Civic Drive inside the Auto Park in Valley Center at LDO.com. Have you been thinking about
インターナショナルゲートウェイブリッジ。
Probably should, because they are making some fantastic vehicles these days. And I've got 2 great locations for you to get yourself one. Mazda and Mazda
大きな橋なんですけどね、これね。
by John Patterson.
できて2年。電波が切れましたね。で、今の橋を渡ってロングビーチのダウンタウンのロングビーチダウンタウンロングビーチ。
Yeah. Never heard that being a problem. No, me either, but it was really bothering this listener.
Oh, he didn't like it. He said, you know what? He went to Cale Wood, who personally worked with him, investigated it, came to a fair resolution. He said he didn't expect to be given these things. Of course, he paid some money for the repair, but he said every time he cranks the AC up, the vents flat out, he thinks of Jerry Reynolds from Cale Wood. Now, that's a heck of a ride down the road, isn't it?
Apparently he didn't like it because
ロングビーチのダウンタウン入ってきましたね。
she's the looker of the family.
She would be that. And also, Diana Spence wrote in and said that she had a great experience at Sewell Cadillac of Houston. Said you can eat off the floors. That was such a clean service area. You ever heard of a service area with a clean floor like that?
At every Sewell dealership there is.
They just do everything right, don't
右
they?
の方に曲がったらクイーンメアリーの
That's why there's the Sewell Way and there's just
ク
about
イーン
every
メアリーとかカーニバルクルーズとかある方のクルーズターミナルなんですけどね、ちょっともうちょっとまっすぐ行ったら
And get Ford to pay
インディーカーのねレーストラックちょっと入れるのがあるんですよ。
Yeah.
for this gentleman's air vents to be fixed. Here's the point. When you've got a great dealership and you run into a problem down the road, they're going to, the good dealerships can pick up the phone and call the factory and say, hey, I need some help. I got a good customer here. That's what Cale Wood did at Oak Ford in Sacramento. And that's why you go to carpro.com and buy dealers.
30分かかって11時半12時半これだ。
Nobody knows them better than the car pro, Jerry Reynolds. Call him on the Chase.com Car Pro listener line at 1-800-926-7770. It's Southern California's news. The Democratic frontrunner for California governor facing serious allegations of sexual assault. The Artemis 2 space mission is complete, successful, and worth celebrating. And there was a small fire in the Inland Empire. The alleged arsonist now in custody. Stay with us. Only on GNS. I'm Larry Perrell. It's 11 o'clock. Is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Allison King. Post-deal report consistent with what he calls the delusion of omnipotence that is fueling the U.S.-Israeli war on Iran. Trump has justified the war in religious terms. This as Vice President Vance and other U.S. officials face off with an Iranian delegation in an attempt to stabilize that 2-week ceasefire. CBS's MTF Hayab with details.
This ceasefire, which was brokered by Pakistan, is holding for now. It had a pretty rocky start, and the Pakistani officials that we've been speaking to have said that they have every vested interest in making these talks work. Still, they make it very clear that they are only here to mediate, that they are not picking a side, they are not trying to push one side or the other.
Joel Gunter with some continuing challenges to those negotiations.
We are seeing waves of Israeli strikes in southern Lebanon even today. So there is still threatened to overshadow
hospitalized. NYPD Commissioner Jessica Fish.
The individual was armed with a large knife, described as a machete, and was behaving erratically, repeatedly stating that he was Lucifer. The
はい、
individual
というところで、
refused
インディのコースですね。
The crew of NASA's Artemis 2 mission will celebrate some more in Houston in a couple of hours after a spectacular trip around the world.
こんな感じ。もうタイヤにフェンスに、タイヤにフェンスに。もうドリフトの D1 とかやってるんじゃないですかね、これね。音が聞こえるんですよね、車が走ってる。はい、これがレースコース、ここね。今もうここレースコースです。
Security Secretary Mark Wayne Mullen is recalling all furloughed DHS workers despite an ongoing partial government shutdown. A memo sent yesterday told staff that all are to be returned to a work and pay status, but had to show up anyway. This is CBS News.
what is going on?
How was this possible? Great storytelling. Come on.
ここはレースコースです。はい、ホームストレッチ、はい、車のレースのコースの中走ってますね。
Good morning, I'm Larry Farrell. It is 103. Deep allegations of sexual assault. Flat false. They're absolutely false.
Congressman Eric Swalwell there, the Democrat frontrunner in the race for California governor, addressing the blockbuster allegations of sexual assault from a former staffer. Swalwell posting a video to social media yesterday, flatly denying the reports and apologizing to his wife.
I do not suggest to you in any way I'm perfect or that I'm a saint. I have certainly made mistakes in judgment in my life. But those mistakes are between me and my wife. And to her, I apologize deeply for putting her in this position.
That staffer was on CNN explaining what motivates her to come out.
No one protected me, and I don't want someone else to suffer because I know what I know.
Former college politics professor Sarah Sadwani tells us Swalwell won't have a political future if these allegations are true.
We're seeing already important members of his campaign chairs, stepping down, removing themselves or distancing themselves from him. You know, for weeks we've had the
ミッ
rumor
ション見えようか。
that there might be
すごいな。
accusations. You know, I think people gave him the benefit of the doubt and said, let's wait until there's evidence. But with this, with someone who it sounds like worked for him for quite some time, this becomes very real and does need to be investigated.
あれ飛行機の番号どこに書いてあるついてるよ。出てくるからまだすぐじゃない。
Upgrade clipped a car. Both are out of lane. The entrance to the 22 transition lanes blocked. It is slow on that northbound 5 from 17th. Aliso Viejo, 73 north.
はい、ちょっとすいませんね。なんか一応ロングビーチのグランプリの場所には行ったんですけど、今ね通過しましたけど、あんまり説明できなかった。見ての通りですけど。
If you're headed to Coachella today, just a heads up on that eastbound 10 approaching 22 in North Palm Springs, the left lane shut down till 4 p.m. for guardrail repairs, and this might delay your drive if you're headed to the concert event later this afternoon. So we have only reliable traffic reports every 10 minutes on the 5s. From the Downey Hyundai 24-hour traffic.
11時半になっちゃうかな。
damage for just about everyone across LA, Orange County, and the Inland Empire as well. We're back to clear skies on Monday. Temps about the same, but warming up each day through the end of next week. Right now, 67 degrees on LA's Miracle Mile. There has been a picture-perfect end. The Artemis 2 space mission that took 4 astronauts further from Earth than any other humans, and has paved the way now for America to land people on the moon. After circling a few days ago, the crew's Integrity capsule made a gorgeous parachute landing in the ocean off San Diego late yesterday afternoon, and there were big cheers from Mission Control when it splashed down. Minute communications blackout after it screamed into the atmosphere at almost 25,000 miles an hour. Jubilation here on the flight control room. There was also good weapons and untold watch parties across the tower. Hundreds of people gathered to view the majestic street TVs as the Air and Space Agency in San Diego fully invested
次になるかもね88万円
very enthusiastic.
めっちゃギリやん
Really thrilled to meet After splashing down, the corporate members were hoisted into helicopters and flown to a nearby Navy ship for medical evaluation, debriefing about their journey. And although they had been living in zero gravity since their launch last week, they were being all into a drop deck under their own power. The man now in custody facing very strict charges after he allegedly set a series of fires at several stores that are IE shopping. CBS LA reporter Nicole Comstock said his arrest was actually caught on camera as the fires burned yesterday and the shopping complex was shut down.
Police officers pinned an arson suspect to the ground inside the Ontario Mills Mall. Flames ripped to the clothing store behind them. Investigators tell us 28-year-old Luis Javier Gallegos Jr. of Rancho Cucamonga is behind bars, intentionally setting several fires in the mall with a lighter.
There's no word yet on or on the extensive damage to the businesses that were torched, including a true religion later today. Investigators say no apparent connection between what happened yesterday and another fire that destroyed a huge warehouse earlier this week. Different suspect is under arrest for that one. High-speed police chase Wednesday at Riverside, the suspect crashing into a house and taking his own life. Pete Demetria reports the incident also brings attention to calls by some political leaders for police to not engage in pursuits because of the risks involved.
In the Harupa Valley chase that lasted over an hour, a Riverside Sheriff's K-9 deputy tried to use the system called a grappler, which uses plastic netting to incapacitate the rear wheels of the car and bring it to a halt, but it didn't work effectively. The driver lost control and struck a house. Rivers County Sheriff Lieutenant Deidre Vickers says the incident is being evaluated for now.
Although law enforcement strives for 100% effectiveness with every tactic or tool during operations, that is not always the case. The grappler has proven to be a highly effective tool for intervening during pursuits, and we will continue to use this device.
Vickers confirms in 40 of 43 pursuits in the last year, the use of the grappler successfully and safely stopped fleeing cars. The agency expects to increase the number of vehicles so equipped to 16 by mid-year. I'm Pete Demetrio, KNX News 97.1 FM.
Got brake lights on 5 in Santa Ana. I'm ready to check on you. Wrongfully terminated, facing arrest. For discrimination at work, CDC law stands for aggressive protection of your rights. Call 562-758-8210 or visit CDClaw.org to fill out a consultation. It's concerning that many people spend more time planning their vacations than their retirement. With lifespans now extending well beyond 30 years of retirement, private life is likely to be the most that Americans will vary in the future. I'm Anthony Fitzgerald. You may know me from my radio show and podcast on my many articles on CNBC, Fox Business, or Television News. I'm now financial advisor. I take my determined first representative Providence Financial and Japanese Law. I know about retirement.
Maybe outside. Who knows?
Every window indoor view holds this set. Some village technique is so precise. We do not break your stuff. Your house will be covered with the speed we will track the clock.
Nothing big. No broken stucco. Okay, code 2. Now that is
5-5-1-3. South California's left wing 800, 803, 1400, 800, 843, 1400, 800, 843, 1400. This is 5-6 in 7.45 minutes.
1-877 Ostrich.
ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 877 Cars for Kids. Reach our friendly Live agent. Donations to the reef. And your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Or go to carsforkids.org. Did you know you can do the same too?
At Indicator, we believe every workday is better with great the 9 a.m. staff meeting, perfect freedom, and love. Any client presentation and news, let's do Mediterranean. If you're going to start work late, you can just ask twice a week. With Indicator, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help you diet your needs and strong food. So make every workday better with Indicator. Go and order at Indicator.
Eastbound 10 approaching the 62. This is in right through North Palm Springs. The left lane shut down till 4 p.m. for guardrail repairs. Now, this might delay your drive if you're headed to the concert, so make sure you leave early. And obviously, it's going to load up later this afternoon, so we just want to keep you eyes, and we'll keep an eye on that as well. SoCal's only reliable traffic reports every 10 minutes on the 5. From the Downey Hyundai 24-hour traffic center.
Good morning and happy Saturday. Southern California, if you'll notice, you look outside, there's that sun. Yeah, we had a sprinkle here there this morning as far as rain goes, but that is about it. Next wave of rain will move through as we get into our Sunday morning. That's going to bring some moderate showers. So keep that in mind with your Sunday morning plans. There will be rain after our condition by Sunday afternoon evening. Night weather with CBS Live Coast Dalton, KNX News, 97.1 FM.
Currently 67 degrees in the air. All right, a warning now. The following does feature some graphic details about sexual assault. The Democratic frontrunner for California Governor Eric Cuomo
and anyone could see us right now. And he said to me, "You're right. It's probably not good for a congressman to be caught with his pants down."
And after that incident, she says, well, assaulted her after a group night out that same year.
The five of us were having a drink. At some point, it was time to go home. I got in an Uber. I was taken to the Aloft, Dublin, Pleasanton, where he was staying, and I don't remember what happened that night. But I know that there was sexual contact, because when I woke up in the morning, I could feel that there was, and he said as much too. What did he say? That last night was great. It didn't feel great to me. I didn't remember it.
And then she says a similar incident happened in 2024 when she was no longer working for the married father of three.
I remember the next day, I can see flashes of that evening, of him on top of me, pushing him off, him grabbing me. It was a lot more aggressive. It was aggressive. Did you know? Yes. I said no. I said in my life that I can recall, I was pushing him off of me saying no. And what did he do? He didn't stop.
And she had trouble reconciling with what happened to her.
They kept figuring out ways to blame myself. I shouldn't have reached out to him at all. I should have left. I should have said, well, Eric shouldn't have raped me.
She says one of the reasons she's coming out now is to stop this from happening to other victims.
There is another me out there. There is another young girl who dreamed of working in the field and believed in him and could fall into this trap. And that's how you're speaking out. Yes, and you want to protect others like you when you were young.
止まっちゃったよ。
No one protected me.
大丈夫？
Sorry. No one protected me, and
止まっちま
I
った。
don't want someone else to suffer because I know what I know.
At least 4 staffers working on Swallow's campaign.
大渋滞してるわけじゃない。
Swallow has released a statement denying the allegations. Part of it reads, I will defend myself with the facts and where necessary bring legal action.
いやー、なんせ天気がいい。ドライブ日和っすよね。
The war in Iran has sent oil, gasoline, and diesel prices skyrocketing, prompting the nation's biggest delivery companies, UPS, FedEx, Amazon, even the U.S. Postal Service, to impose fuel surcharges on some package deliveries to offset those higher costs. Fuel surcharges are going to be around for a while. That's Professor Steve Tracy, who teaches supply chain management at Penn State University. He cautions that those fees may not stop with delivery companies.
If you look at DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber, Lyft, yes, they will typically do a temporary fuel surcharge, higher delivery fees, driver fuel stipends.
But there is hope. Some saying the war against Iran could push energy prices closer to where they were before the war began.
Let's just hope that there's a resolution in the very near future in the Middle East and that oil gets back to its normal process, costs come down below $100, it goes back to a more normal process.
I'm Bloomberg's Tom Busby from the California Deluxe Windows Money Desk, saying News 90.1 FM. Every Tuesday, we get in line, gas up the grill, and get our stomach ready for Taco Tuesday. Then highlight the best tacos in Southern California. A one-of-a-kind taco and how they're made, and you go out to their mom's house if you want a human, like 250 where to get it. It's right here is the theme of Tijuana-style taco is location unique. 10 out of 10 on the every Taco Tuesday on KNA. You want to move or need some gas? We can do that. Call 51. That's for your first call. Taco beer options. Now, you don't have to go to the showground right at the Live Market. What's been home for the company that owns in Southern California for more than 40 years. The reason for that, the offers first. Straight to gas. No movable showing. People walking through all the time. No last-minute price drops or temp contracts like you see with some other gas buyers. So whatever situation, if you have a house that needs repairs, a downtime, or you need
labor law, 40555. Contact Attorney Marie Hamilton Law Group, DBA Employment Attorney Group, 540 South Santa Fe. Results may vary. Data and messenger rates apply. Text labor law to 40555. Labor law 40555 for free. ACWH. The union representing rank and file LAPD officers rescinded this endorsement of the attorney by Republican Senator Ledger. Comes today, National Court Office disclosed the major data breach involving the law enforcement record. The LA Police Protective League Board of Directors issued a letter to Council Center yesterday informing the city attorney has voted not to support the re-election of Representative The hazardous beach. Arthur says be careful out there because there's real stinging jellyfish in the surf, especially in LA County's northernmost beaches. Malibu and Zuma are where the bulk of them are dancing people. LA County lifeguard specialist Jake Miller says
間に合ったのかな。
the problem.
間に合ったっぽい
They can't
ね。
sink too easily because they're mixed up in the surf zone.
Just we kind of come and go, like 10 years there, we're probably 20 years from now, and all these usually we don't have any jellyfish, so it's kind of a hit or miss phenomenon. But yeah, jellyfish that we do have here, they are definitely delicious gentlemen, but they are causing some swimmers and beach goers to
落ち着いてたからよかったね。土曜日。
He says that the beach you went to the
平日だったらこんな風にいかないけど、土曜日やから落ち着いてる。
water hazard information. If you do get stung, it's best to wash it in water. Removing any pinholes in the skin. You should seek first aid from on-duty lifeguards who may stimulate or better solutions to neutralize the stinging cells. They typically cause mild moderate reactions such as skin irritation, rashes, muscle cramps, burning sensations depending species. Lifeguard Saviors, KXC 97.1 FM. Very good Saturday morning to you. Let's turn it over to Manny to circle through what's happening in traffic. All right, let's begin in Alcalá, 105 East connected to 405 North. Completely closed and just beginning to landscaping. A little slow there as you approach Mid-City Venice Boulevard between La Brea and Rimbau. That street closed in both directions to motorized traffic for a weekend street fair and carnival. Because Washington, your street options around the activity if you choose not to attend the event. Griffith Park area, 134 west from the 5 to Riverside. Fast lane taken away, and further notice this is for emergency road work. They've been working in that area a lot.
死後に引っかかりたい時には引っかからないね。
The work they have to do, and then that transition will be good to go for the rest of the year. Plus, Royal Heights 5 North from Calzona, the right lane taken away for landscaping cleanup. It is busy from the 710. So Calzona reliable traffic reports every 10 minutes on the 5. From the Downey Hyundai 24-hour traffic center. We are partly to mostly cloudy today. In fact, mostly partly cloudy. We're going to have more cloud. Will kind of thicken up later this afternoon. Bringing a light chance of rain tonight, but a better chance of rain likely for your Sunday morning. That's today. Mostly in the 60s to around 70 degrees. It's cooler if you're going to be in the high desert. 50s and 60s there for your high temps. And
荷物運び。なんかお客さんいっぱいいるみたい。スプリンターだから10人か12人かな。荷物が積み切れないみたい。荷物運びが必要。そんなところでございまして、ちょっとね、お客さんのところに到着します。空港に今からお客さん迎えに行って OC の方行くんですけど、はい。で、今朝の朝のご挨拶これにできますね。毎日配信多分朝のご挨拶ライブの命令ナンバー1593第1593回目。今日は4月の11日土曜日朝のご挨拶でしょ。はい、というところでございまして、今晩、9時50分、5時前から藤井風さんのこちらの、公演、いよいよ藤井風さんがこちらデビューするっていうね、YouTube でライブ見れるんで、YouTube のライブでちょっとわちゃわちゃその時間帯したいなっていうかね、はい、いや昨日もクリーピーナッツのライブ見たんですけど、もうみんななんかチャットめっちゃ盛り上がってたけど、こちらに行ってまあ実際見れればいいですけどね、チケットも高いしなかなか難しいですけど、 まあYouTube で見れるから楽しみですね。はい、そんなところでございまして、はい、そろそろ着きます。はい、朝のご挨拶また明日ですね。どうも。